Okay. So in the last session, what we did, we discussed about all these concepts, right? All we completed, right? We discussed about what is the meaning of MOAC, third party payments, zero payments, supplier or employer refund, what is the petty cash system, and foreign currency, supplier merge, holds and releases, pay groups. Okay, up to pay groups we discussed. Okay, done. Fine. So now the concept is just three concept we are trying to understand. Okay, once we're done with that, we'll go by setups and process. Just going to remove this is pay group related we discussed. The next concept is lookups. It's very simple. So in the system, when you are recording the transaction, you can find some predefined values, right? In LOV. Take simple and best example as invoice types. Invoice types who created? Who created invoice types? They are there as a within the product, right? Those are predefined by Oracle, right? So that kind of predefined values we call as lookups. Lookups and quick quotes both are same. Very beginning stage Oracle just given the name as quick quotes. After that they change the name to lookups. Still in few applications you can find it as a lookups. In other applications you can find as a quick quotes. Both are same. Lookups or quick quotes both are same. Just take the definition. What does it mean by? Okay. Lookups means the predefined values we can maintain by using lookups. The help of lookups we can maintain the predefined values. Okay, with the lookups concept you can maintain predefined values. The lookups we can maintain predefined values. Lookups we can maintain the predefined values. Example, invoice types, payment types, and many other values. Okay, all comes under lookups. Okay, we discussed about pay group, right? We discussed about pay group. What is the use of pay group? We can group the supplier for payment purpose. Even the pay group, whatever the classifications we have, the different classifications we discussed, those classifications also we can define by using the lookups. Lookups. Those classifications we can create as a lookups. Okay, as a predefined values. That's all. The simple concept. We know in payables we created invoices. Okay, we created invoices, individual invoices. The same invoices you can create through batch also. If you create invoices through batch, what is the advantage? Okay, say for example you have to create 100 invoices. If you are going to enter the invoices directly, you may miss one or two invoices, or else you may enter the wrong invoice amount. After entering all the invoices, you may not realize how many invoices are missing in the, how many you just forgot, missed out in the entry, and how much amount is wrongly entered. You cannot understand. But if you go with the invoice batch, what you can do is how many invoices you want to enter, you can specify, and for all those invoices, how much amount you can enter, how much amount you have to enter. Those two primary values you can enter. How many invoices you want or planning to enter, what would be the amount you can enter. Then you can start entering the invoices one by one. Then system will start counting. So I given 10 invoices, amount is 20 lakhs. Then I started entering. I entered 3 invoices and 4 lakhs. Then system will be showing actually planned invoice are 10, entered 4. The difference is 6. Planned amount is 20 lakhs, entered amount is 4 lakhs, and the variance is, this is how it will be showing that. Then that would be very good information for the users. So that is a good basic advantage we have with the invoice batch. Not only that, there are some other advantages also. When you are working on the invoice batch, we can understand that. For now, simple point you can take. Okay, with invoice batch we can control the, we can set control on invoice number and invoice amount. With the invoice batch we can control the invoice number and invoice amount. With invoice batch, we can control the invoice in number of invoice and the total amount for the invoices. That's all simple. And other point is, so you can use either individual invoice entry or invoice batch. You can both. You cannot use at a time. At a time in the sense both cannot be activated at a time. If you are using the invoice workbench, you have to disable invoice workbench individual invoice process. If you are entering through that, by default the invoice batch process will get disabled. Only one you can use. Okay, if you want to use other, you have to disable one and you have to go with other. For that we have a profile option. We'll see when we are working on it. The next concept is payment manager. Okay, payment manager. Okay, the same payment manager, within that basic feature which we'll be using is PPR, payment process request. You can call with any name, but actually this is what will be performing in the system. Okay, the environment, the functionality is payment manager. Within that, this is the actual name which we'll be using for payments. So we know how to make the payment, right? How to make the payment? How to make the payment? Please answer, like how to make the payment. Do you know how to make the payment? They have to answer, please. Sorry? How to make the payment? How to make the payment? It's not a some different question here. Come on, just general question. How to make the payment? Sorry? Payment method. Okay. How to make the payment in the system? All answers are correct, but actual answer is there. How to make the payment? Think the same question in the interview you are facing. What do you answer? You say this and that. Some people are saying invoice should be there or something. Yes, invoice should be there. I am not asking what should be there to make the payment. How to make the payment?
To provide payment date and payment method.
Any other answers?
Bank account.
That is the point. Okay, we can make the payment in two ways as of now, whatever we have seen. One is from payment workbench, the other one is through pay in full option. If you are spending time, these answers will come immediately. Otherwise, whatever the answers are coming, those only will keep coming. Okay, so how to make the payment means how to make the payment in the system through payment workbench. You can make the payment and by using the pay in full. I'm not asking what are the payment methods. Somebody is saying check, electronic methods and all something, not required. Okay, so and apart from those two options, but finally it's a pay in full or payment batch, payment workbench, both are same. There you are selecting invoice in pay in full, you are navigating to payment workbench, you are processing through payment workbench, or else directly you can come to payment workbench. There you can select supplier and do bank account details. Finally you can select invoice to process, but in case of pay in full, first we are selecting invoice, then we are navigating to payment workbench. Already since we selected invoice first, we are giving the payment details. That's it. And apart from this, those two comes under manual payment process. Manually we are processing the payments. And other option is payment process request. In other words, you can call it payment manager. Okay, the payment manager function future will be using the payment process request to process the payments. Take simple point, with the payment process request, you can automate the payment process. The payment process request, we can automate the payment process. Sorry. The payment process request, we can automate the payment process. Payment process request, we can automate the payment process. Okay, with the payment process request, we can automate the payment process. Clear, right? Okay, what point to take in? With the payment process request, we can automate the payment process. How we can automate? There should be some condition. There should be some rule. When we are making the manual payment, what we are doing in the payment workbench header level, we are selecting, above. We are selecting, we want to make the payment to which supplier, by using which bank account, we are selecting some information. That's nothing but some conditions or rules or criteria you can call. In the same way, here the point also, we can automate the payment process by using the payment manager by following certain criteria. Okay, the payment process request, we can automate the payment process by following certain criteria, nothing but conditions. Okay. By using the payment process request, we can automate the payment process by following certain criteria. The criteria can be anything. See here, in the payment process request, you can go and give some supplier name. You can give one supplier name, then system will select only that supplier invoices for payment. Or else we already discussed pay group, right? You can go to the payment process request, there you give pay group. The pay group is assigned to how many suppliers, only that supplier invoices only it will be selecting. And there are many other options also. If you don't give any supplier, it will select all the suppliers information. There are many options. When you are working on it, I'll just add few more points for your better understanding. Okay, but simple point for now, the payment process request we can automate. You no need to go and select one by one invoices. Okay, automatically system will select invoices. Which invoices? Not employee, customer invoices. No, which invoices I am asking? Not debit memo. That is not the right answer. My question again is, which invoices it will select? That is the point. Okay, which invoice are falling under the given criteria? Those invoices, not supplier invoice or employee invoices. Okay, the which invoices means which invoices we discussed, right? Only the criteria is important, condition is important. Which falling under that condition, those invoices will select. When you look at the process, basically it's a four steps process. First, you will give some criteria. Based on that, system will select the invoices. Just make a note. You will select the invoices, then it will build those invoices, and it will format and confirm. Okay. First, it will select the invoices, then it will build the invoices, and it will format and it will confirm. What is the meaning of each and every stage? I will explain you when you are working on it. Okay, fine. I'll explain you what is the meaning of it. Fine. So this is the final stage. In this stage only the invoice will get converted as a payment record. I'll explain detail level, but now my intention is just I want to introduce the process steps. That's all. So don't try to understand what is the meaning inside. I'll just explain you when you are doing in the system. Okay. So 2 points you have to understand here. The payment process request. Okay, payment process request, you can automate the payment process by following certain criteria, and the entire process will be involved. The automation process is involved in 4 steps: selection, build, format and confirm. What exactly meaning of each and every stage? This you can say 4 stages. We'll discuss, we'll see when you are working on the system. I'll explain you the relevant points. Done. Clear, right? That's all about payment process request. Generally, most of the cases, the companies will use this practice only. If they want to give invoice payment for 1 or 2 invoices, in that case, they can go with the manual option. What we tried, right? That's what. And other one is here, nothing we are going to discuss now after completing all these concepts. Okay, after completing all these concepts in the system, okay, I'll just give you the accounting entries in the P2P accounting entries. Okay, when you create the receipt, what is the accounting entry? When you deliver the material, what is the accounting entry? When you create the invoice, what is the accounting entry? When you make the payment, and when you do the reconciliation. Okay, in all the cases, what is the accounting entry? How accounting will get nullified? What would be the final entry? From which source, from which place system will be taking the accounting entries? These and all we have to understand, you should remember. Okay, and later we'll discuss about payables accounting entries. Means we have a different type of invoices, right? For a different scenarios. For each and every invoice type, what is the accounting entry system will be creating, that we'll be discussing. After that, what are the data, what are the invoices information, payment information we are recording the system? The data will be stored in the tables. So specific module related tables we call as base tables. So AP related invoice information and payments information, suppliers information, where that is getting stored, we'll discuss. And what I'll do is I'll take maybe a couple of minutes session on that, how to query the data from tables. Also I'll show you, I'll give you the major tables in tables, and we'll have a maybe 5 to 10 minute session on the same, how to query the data, what data will be existed, how to view the data, how to write the simple syntax, simple commands to analyze the data, and all we'll be discussing. Another point is AP interfaces. The interfaces means if you want to bring the data from other application to tables, okay, from any other application to tables, it can be Oracle application or non-Oracle application, which is not Oracle application. From any other application to Oracle, if you are going to bring the data, we have to use the interfaces. I'll explain you detail level, what is the meaning of interface, what are the type of interfaces we have, everything I'll explain. And again, within those interfaces, we'll be having the interface tables. That I'll explain you detail level, for now not required. And the other point is, we have many reports for payables, but primarily which reports generally we'll be using, or which reports we have to suggest to the client as a best information related reports, and all we'll be discussing. Okay, this is how we'll do. In today's session, what we'll do, we'll work on MOAC. MOAC. Let me ask questions here. When you talk about MOAC here, first one, please. How many, like, what do you mean by MOAC? Sorry? Multi?
Organization.
I didn't explain like that. Next one?
Multi-org access control.
Multi-org only. You don't need to say. When you say organization, then you can say multiple organizations, right? Why you are ignoring multi as a multi only? So that, see, actual meaning is that multi-org means multiple organization. But when you say that, how we have to use it, that you should use in that way. Okay. What do you mean by MOAC, please? Could you please explain? Yeah, MOAC means multi-org access control. Yeah, tell me.
With the help of security profile.
Why security profile you are going? Please don't refer. That is not at all no use at all.
By using MOAC, we can handle multiple operating units by single responsibility.
Handle. It's a different term.
Multiple operating units. By using multi-org access control, we can operate multiple operating units.
We can
operate multiple
operate. This is a different term. Next one.
We can access multiple.
That is the point here. Without multi-org also you can manage, operate, etc. That's a different terms that doesn't sync with the concept. See, I am always requesting, take the terms what we are using. Use the same terms. You don't use you may use very beautiful words in English, right? You have many synonym words. But the beautiness you cannot see when you explain to somebody, they'll find in the different way. The what terms, because see, product specific terms we have, and concept specific terms we have, industry specific terms we have, right? All we have to understand. Which term we have to use, which is the right term that we have to use. It's what you said, operate, handle as English terms, as that gives the meaning, relevant meaning, but it won't sync with this concept. Access, when you use a term as access, yes, 100% marks. That's all. Yeah, tell me. What do you mean by MOAC? No, next. What do you mean by MOAC?
We can access multiple operating units by single responsibility.
Yeah, tell me what before, after, what you are talking. You are talking about zero payments or something.
In security profile, we can put.
Why security profile is coming again? I am asking about MOAC. Just say the definition you said correct, but should be by using MOAC we can access multiple operations from single responsibility. Given the same statement, but MOAC is not mapped with that statement. Okay, that's what. And how many type of security profiles we have? Next one. 5 or 6. If you are attending these classes to get job and to survive, you should be ready. I don't know. I don't see that interest other than 2-3 members. You should take initiative. No wonders will happen automatically. Okay, please. Yeah, tell me. At least you tell me how many types. How many security profiles we have. At least number. First level, least level is number. Second level is what are those. Third level is explanation. You tell me just how many minimum. How many type of security profiles we have? We discussed already. Next one. I'm not asking number, I'm asking how many security profiles we have when you talk about MOAC. One. Next. Next. Three. Can you tell me third one? I'm not interested in first and second. First, third one. If please find third one, I'll be waiting for next one. Two. Tell me what are those? Huh? Not, don't mind. GL security profile. What about GL security profile? No, no. Fine, done. Next one. Two. What are those?
No security profile, HR security profile.
Sorry.
HR security.
Next one. I don't know why these classes are not syncing with your understanding. I'm not finding reasons. Yeah, please. Yesterday, I think last session only we discussed, right? I explained. Answer is correct. Yeah. Global security profile and others. Yes, please. Security profile. How you are answering? No, how you are answering? I just wanted to know that. How you are answering? Yesterday I said. I told everyone, right? I think you prepared, right? Yes, you gone through it, or else just is very much interested. That makes big difference. Okay, we have two type of security say profiles here. Okay, I'm not asking profile options. You are somebody saying the profile option names. Who asked the profile option names? I'm asking security profiles. When I talk about MOS, I given examples. I explain. We have two types: security profile and global security profile. Just please remember who are answering, they are eligible for this. Otherwise, no. Tell me, explain what do you mean by security profile?
By using security profile, we can access multiple operating units under one basis.
You can access that, correct, not. Next one, what do you mean by security profile? Fine, okay, let me take your point only. Just don't say in that way. It's like with the security profile, we can group the operating units which are under one BG. If the security profile, if you assign to responsible, then you can access. That is the point. What is the security profile means here? That is the point. The security profile, you can group the multiple operations which are under one BG, so that if you assign that, the user will be able to access to responsibility to all the OUs which are under one BG. Global security profile.
Multiple operating units under different bases using global security.
You what you explained there? Come on, don't mind. From which side I have to understand what you said? Can you repeat? Can you repeat your statement? See, the content is correct. The formation is not correct.
By using global security profile, multiple operating units.
We can group multiple operations which are under different BGs, right? The global security profile, we can group multiple operations which are under different BGs. That's it. If you assign that to responsible, accordingly user can have access to all the operands. That's all. That great. I got answer anyway. Thanks for that. So now we will get into the system. Okay, we'll take the same concept. We'll see what setups we have to do to implement that concept in the organization. Basically, very primarily, when we are doing the implementation as a consultant, definitely we'll be using this concept. And coming to company and all, if they require, we'll define for them. Otherwise, for one responsibility, only one operating zone by default. If some company is looking for one responsibility multiple, we will create it. Otherwise, at least this we will be using for the purpose of implementation. Where do you say we are doing implementation? We have 10 operating units. We have 10 operations. To do the setups for 10 operating units, instead of creating the 10 response, say for example, for accounts payables, I want to do the setups. Accounts payables, I want to do the setups. Client has 10 operating units. To complete the 10 operating related setups, instead of creating 10 AP responsibilities to access each and every operating unit, what I'll do is I'll be using this MOAC concept. I'll do all the setups. After completing the setup from one responsibility, I can do the setups for all. If the business want to access multiple operating units from single responsibility, as per the requirement we'll be creating. First, let's try to understand how it works. Later, we'll discuss the other points. Clear, right? Fine. here we are going to have a few good questions. Please be ready for that. The first point, say create. First we'll go with the security profile. After testing this, we'll go with the global security profile. First we are going to test based on 1BZ. Create security profile. Please take all the points. Okay, first we'll create the security profile. Then say assign security profile to responsibility. Okay, create security profile, assign security profile to responsibility. Then say run. There is a program. Run I am writing, don't somebody was reading earlier. Okay, please don't take in that way. I'm saying just, and you have to submit one program, concurrent program called as security, list maintenance program. There are the setups, then we can go and test it. Testing means we will go and do verify whatever the setup you do accordingly system is functioning or behaving. We'll go and check it, that's all. Okay, we'll create the security profile and we'll assign that security profile to responsibility and we'll run the security list maintenance program. Okay, I will do that. What purpose we'll be doing also we'll be discussing. Before that, in which scenario we'll go with the security profile creation? What is the business case?
Multiple operating units.
Sorry?
If we have multiple operating units.
If you have multiple operating units, then we'll go with this. Please make it clear.
For grouping of multiple operating units.
To
Single response.
if user want to access multiple OUs from single responsibility, will do in that case, right? So here how many operating units we have? Only one, right? At least to test that functionality we need one more, right? Minimum one more, then only we can test. Otherwise one OU means you cannot test it, right? So for that reason, but don't take this point as a setup. This is one of the setup. When you talk about MOAC setup, these are the setups, that's all. These three only. But now we are going to create the operating unit. To test this functionality we are creating, that's it. But reality when you are working, OUs will be there. Based on requirement you will be defining this. Okay. So first what we'll do is just we'll create one more operating unit. Create. To use any operating units in payables, minimum you have to set the financial options. Okay, say configure financial options. Complete these two setups. Create operating unit and create configure financial options, so that operating unit we can use for our MOAC testing. Okay, that's it. Minimum you have to complete this. Now when you are going to do this, we have some question we will discuss. But anyway, let it be. Fine. We know how to create an operating unit. We'll go and create one OU. Okay, we'll go and create one operating unit. Fine. From where we can create the OU? HRMS. Switch to HRMS. We have flexibility. I mean, we have a provision to create from inventory also, but generally we create from HRMS. What is the navigation? Work structure, organizations, descriptions. Work structures, organization, description. Then click on new. So which operating unit already we created? Hyderabad. Now we'll create for Bangalore. Okay. And here you can write the location. If Bangalore is existed, you can write, or else you can take some other location. I'm just taking Hyderabad since we don't have location as a Bangalore. No issues. Okay. Then up to here you have to save. Then create organization classification. Select organization classification as operating unit. You have to enable. Then what else? Yeah, save. Definitely you have to save it. That I am not asking generally. We have to, what you have to do, tell me. Yes, we have to click on others. That is not required. See, when you say something, where I have to click, you tell me that. But I am not asking what to do means what action you have to do. What?
Operating information.
Yeah, we have to provide operating unit information or some other information. What information? Within that, what will be selecting? Primary ledger. That means we will be specifying this operating unit is going to be under which primary ledger and which legal entity. This specification will be given. Right? Just go to others. Here we have operating unit information. Select and just place the cursor in this field. You know very well. Again, you want to take it. Okay. Then here you can give the specifications. Say okay. Now we have this one more operating unit. Now next step is, as we discussed, go and set financial options, right? So what we discussed, MOAC means from one responsibility you can access to multiple operating units, right? That is very clear, right? Now I am going to ask one question. If you please should answer for that. So you know the navigation for financial options, setup, options, financials options. Fine. Definition of MOAC means with a single responsibility we can access to multiple operations by using MOAC, right? Now I mean single responsibility or multiple responsibilities. I mean single responsibility or multiple responsibilities. Please. Single only, right? We cannot be in multiple responsibility at a time. We have access to multiple, we cannot be in one multiple responsibility at a time. Now see here what I am trying to do is I am clicking on LOV. What I can see here? When you can see more than one OU? Tell me what is the secret, why you are hiding that? My question, forget about the what you are seeing, just try to answer. Business units not matter here. So my question is, when you can see more than one OU from single responsibility? When you can see, when you can access multiple OUs from single responsibility?
By using
When you implement MOAC. Same we are discussing, right? When we can access means once we implement MOAC. But did we implement that MOAC? But we are able to see, right? Yes or no? Please. Yes, right? We are able to see. How? What system will do is, whenever we create business group, business group, automatically system will create the security profile with our business group. Okay. Now see, the point is, we are accessing from single responsibility only. From single responsibility, we are able to see two operating units. We are able to see two operating units. Okay. But what we discussed, with MOAC only we can access more than one operating unit. But without MOAC we are able to see, right? The reason is, whenever you create business group, the same business group name system will create the security profile. Remember this point. It's very important. to avoid your confusion. So with the whenever you create the business group, the same business group name system will create security profile. Okay, system created, but if you assign then only that will work, right? That we assigned also. Did we assign or not? Yes? Who is answering? My point is whenever you create the business group, system will create the security profile automatically. This is actual statement. Now my question is, did we assign system created security profile to our responsibility or not? Who are no? Everyone should be know. Why 2-3 people? Why you have confusion? You know you attended for classes, right? Then you can be very sure on that. Why you still what this, what is that? I'm asking our class, right? Other class questions I'm not asking. Same. What we discussed, I'm asking based on that. If already that is discussed, you say accordingly. Otherwise, no, we don't know. You didn't explain. That case I never face with you because I'm not asking other questions. My question is, did we assign? Why? First of all, we didn't see that, right? So now we'll go and see where we. But already we assigned. My statement is already we assigned. I'll prove it. But I didn't tell you as we assigned because that will become confusion for you. So I'll show you that. Clear, right? Now the point what we are discussing. What we discussed, whenever you create the business group, the same business group name system will create security profile. Now whatever I'm going to show in the system, don't take any point. Okay, don't take any point, just for information only. Anyway, we'll go and create as per our requirement. Don't take any point from now. I'm going to show what are the security profile is created by system. So security profile. Don't take these points, not required. I'll repeat it. What is our business group name? So actually this is a place to create the security profile. Whatever security profile we discuss, this is a place. Global security profile, a separate form we have. Okay. Our business group name is search with the call free. Okay. Security profile name is, our business group name is the same business group name system create security profile name, right? Within this, normally with the security profile, what we can do? We can group operating units, right? But in this security profile, see the security type what they set by default system created. View all organizations. So what is the meaning of that? See, if I one second, yes, you are right. If I assign this security profile to any responsibility, if I assign this security profile, this is security profile name, right? Its name is there with our busy name. If I assign this security profile to any responsibility, the security profile is created against busy, right? If I assign against this busy, the security profile is created. If I assign the security profile to any responsibility, from that responsibility, you can access to all the OUs which are created under this busy. That's it. Got the point? Okay, without creating any security profile, with the help of this default system created one, I'll go and create one more business operating unit as a call free Delhi operating unit. Can I access or not? Yes. Reason that will falls under same busy. With this busy, we have the security profile. This security profile already we assigned to all responsibilities. How? By using the profile option called as MO security profile and HR security profile. Remember. Now my question is, let me ask the question: what are the profile options to assign busy to operating responsibilities? List out profile options. My simple question is, what are the different profile we discussed earlier? Now we are going to overwrite the statement. Okay, what are the profile options we can use to assign our busy to responsibilities? List out profile options.
HR underscore user type.
Please, HR underscores and all, those are nothing. Even if you have underscores, you should not use it, but generally profile options we don't have underscores. List out profile options, then I'll give clue. 3 we have. List out.
HR security profile.
HR security profile.
MO security profile.
MO security profile. Please.
MO operating unit.
Next one.
HR
Three I need.
HR security profile.
One is HR security profile.
MO security profile.
The second one is
MO security.
MO security profile.
HR user type.
HR.
User type.
Good answer. Next one. Same copy. Yeah? Tell me like this. We have to go with other person. My question is still I don't know why these are difficult for you. Answer the same. Wrong answer then. Next. I am asking what are the profile options we use. No, I am not asking you, please. What are the different profile options we are using to assign the BZ to responsibilities?
HR security profile.
Yep.
HR business group. MO security profile.
That's it. Okay, HR security profile, HR business group, and MO security profile. 3 we have, right? See, this is important. You are attending the classes means not a big thing. You should attend a minimum first, then you have to get ready. If you are not answering, that's a different thing. HR security profile. HR, let me write in this way. MO security profile and HR business group. What we discussed this point, right? By using these 3 profile options, we can assign our business group to responsibility. All yes, correct. Responsibility. That's what we discussed. Now the reality, that statement is not correct, because if I give you in that stage, that will be big confusion for you. That's the reason I said in that way. Okay, only we use HR business group to assign business group to responsibility, but these 2 not to assign business group, these 2 to assign the security profile. By using HR security profile and MO security profile, we can assign security profile to responsibilities. By using HR business group, we can assign. I'll prove it now. But you can see, but for these 3, we assign profile value same business group name, right?
Yes.
Now we are going to see that that is true or not. So here we have a security profile, right? I'll put some here as a test. I'm just changing the name. I'm just updating the name. Save it. Now this security, now what I'm saying now, the different now the current statement is by using MO security profile and HR security profile, we are assigning security profile to responsible. Which security profile? This security profile. This security profile only we assign. That will go and test it now. Go to payables. Go to sysadmin. Don't take this point. Not required. You know how to verify how many profile options are assigned to one responsible, right? Same I'm going to show you. Profile system responsibility. Call free payables. Here how to find all profile options. Uncheck site and profile with no values. Then click on find. So the MO security profile, call free India business group, HR business group, call free India business group, HR security profile, this, right? Now whatever the test we written there, that should get reflected here. If this is security profile, right? If this is a business group, the name will remain same. If this is security profile, that should get updated. We'll go and see that. This is a business group or a security profile?
Security profile.
Security profile. This is business group or security profile? Business group only. See here. MO security profile. What we have to what we assign? Security profile only. See there. Clear, right? Why you are using that profile option? To assign security. Now the point is, if I go to payables responsibility, I am able to access 2 OUs which are under our BZ. Reason, these profile options. I assigned security profile to our responsibility by using, you ignore MO security profile. MO security profile you may not assign to financial related. Primarily that is used for this HR related responsibilities. Primarily this is the one. MO security profile will assign to financial related applications for this function. This you can ignore also, not an issue. This is the one. Because for our accounts payables responsibility we assign through MO security profile we assign please
Business security profile.
security profile. All leave it. That is a statement when you're doing setups. All leave it. Okay, here I'm talking about payables. Okay, by using MO security profile, we assign security profile to this payables responsibility. What rule we have within the security profile? Tell me. What rule? Security type we have, right? What we have? View all organization. That means if I assign the security profile to any responsibility, from that responsibility you can have access to all operating units which are under. That's it. Same easy. That's all. This is what you have to understand. Clear, right? That is the reason without doing the security profile definition, we are able to see other operating unit also from busy not responsibility. You have to be active to answer this points. Okay, that's all. Clear, right? Now by default you are asking, right? Now we'll go and create the security profile. We'll see how it works. Okay. Now let's take simple example. Now we have two operating units we are able to access. Okay. Now my requirement is I want to give access to only one or else two. How to define and all, we'll see that. Okay. And before that, what we have to do, we have to complete the financial option setup, right? Minimum. Okay. Let's go and do it. From here you can take it. Say configure financial options for second operating unit. Setup options, financial options. See, the more you write in your note, the more you will be learning, no doubt. The max, how much? I mean, there are some people off 30%, 20%, 10% they are taking into note. The learning also will remain same in the same way, same fashion. Okay, just I'm selecting the second operating unit. I selected. Now I'm going to set financial options for this, right? Just take the navigation, go to financial options. Simple point. What I'm trying to say is, so already we created operating unit. For that we have to set the financial option, at least for this testing purpose. Okay, go to financial options. Select your. Now I'm able to see two operating units. Reason? We are on the same page. Point. We assign security profile to this responsibility by using what? MO security profile. If you are saying that point correct, otherwise something else. Okay, we are able to access this. We are able to see these two operating units from this responsibility because we assign security profile to this responsibility by using MO security profile option. That's it. The HR one you can ignore. HR primarily will be used for HR related application responsibilities, but we assign for all. No, it's not an issue. Then say OK. Then click on new. Here one more point we have to understand. Okay. Anyway, just select future periods. I'm giving one. That means now we are in which month? November. Future periods means the November period. Whenever you open the November period, the next period, December, system will take as future entry so that it will allow us to enter the transactions in December also. That we'll discuss when you are working on GL. That is separate period status concept. I'll explain you. Here you have to take liability, prepaid, mandatory accounts and all. Okay. So this is very, very important point which we are going to discuss. So we have first operating unit, right? That is call free Hyderabad. For Hyderabad, which balance and segment value we used? Which balance and segment value we used? What point? Company balance and segment value. I am asking balance and segment. You are saying. My question is, when we are doing the setups for Hyderabad operating unit, financial option, which balance and segment value we used? Accounts payables. What is this? You are not getting my point. Please try to understand which balancing segment value we used when you are doing the setups for Hyderabad operating unit. Tell me if you know. I did in the class only, right? Take your time, own time. I'll give you 2 minutes break, and because it's a very difficult question. Okay, take 2 minutes. So we used 1000, that is the answer. Okay. For Hyderabad operating unit, we use the balance in segment value. What company values we call as balancing? For which segment we assign balance in segment flex will qualify. That segment values we call as 1000, not balance in segment values. Please, okay. So that's what I am asking. Which balance in segment value we assign to Hyderabad? We use the 1000 only. Now for each balance, each operating unit, we have to use different balance in segment value. That's very, very important. Remember, for each operating unit, we have to use different balance in segment value. Already 1000 we used for Hyderabad operating unit. Now you are going to do setups for Bangalore. If you want to take 1000, it will accept. Later you will be having many issues. You cannot track the transactions which are belongs to Hyderabad, Bangalore. For that reason, we have to take 2000. If you have 10 operating units, you have to create 10 balance and segment values. That is a simple concept. There are many cases, other scenarios, but simple case is how many operating units you have, those many balance and segment values will be managing. That's it. There are different cases. For one operating unit, you can have a number of balancing. That's a different story, but general practice would be this. Select 2000. Rest of code combination values, you can take anything, not an issue. Select account, same accounts, payable. Say okay. The same for everything, you have to take 2000 only. Any setup, anything you do for Bangalore, you have to take balance segment value as 2000 only. Copy and paste and change the account. Account name is prepaid expense, right? So okay, and here discount taken, copy and paste and change the account. Say payment discount. Done. These three are mandatory accounts. Yes, done. Next tab is suppliers purchase. No difference, only how to understand. You have to use different balance and segment value. Rest of whatever we did, the same we are doing again. Go to supplier purchasing. Here, which inventory organization we have to assign? For this operating unit, which inventory organization is supporting that inventory organization? But we didn't create multiple, right? Okay, so we'll assign whatever we assign to Hyderabad. But reality, we don't do it in that way. Okay, that logic won't work. But just to complete the setup, I am assigning. So if this operating unit also have a inventory, then we'll create the relevant inventory, we'll assign. Some operating units may not have inventories. In that case, what we have to do? But inventory value is mandatory here, right? So create dummy, that's it. Create dummy inventory. The same dummy you can assign wherever you don't have real inventory for so and so operating. That's all. Done. Okay, don't assign master. Master means through this financial options for purchasing payables and assets, right? In purchasing, when you are creating the purchase order, the purchasing also will work OU specific. But if you assign item master, so from that OU you can select items which are created in our entire system for all the inventories. But your purchasing should have access to the relevant operating related inventory only. But if you assign item master, all items, okay, other than your inventory items also you will be able to select. That may take you in wrong process. So always you have to assign the right inventory for which inventory is supporting for this operating. Even sometimes one operating will have multiple inventories also, right? In that case, inventory people will be grouping the inventory organizations that they'll be assigning. That's a different concept that we don't need to focus. But here, since we didn't create for this, I am assigning the same. Rest you don't need to change or you don't need to modify, nothing. Okay, just save it. At least this basic setup complete so that we can go ahead with the testing process. Anyway, we discussed and we understand that system will create the security profile. Okay, let's ignore it. Ignore it, what system is creating, anyway system created. But now we'll see if we want to create as per our requirements. Say simple example, client has a 20 operating units. System will create the default security profile that will assign to responsibility by using MOAC security profile option. From any responsibility you can access to 20 OUs. But your requirement, user requirement may be 2 OUs or 3 OUs or 5. As per your requirement, how to create the security profile, we have to understand. Now we'll go and see that. Okay. Now take the point as create security profile. The task is create security profile. Any question? I think you are. What is the question?
You said that how many operating units you can access?
Sorry?
How many operating units you can access?
How many you have? Those many.
Maximum.
How many you have? Those many. Maximum how many you have?
Now we have two.
That's what I'm asking. The point you try to understand. How many you have? Those many means. What is the meaning of that?
N number.
N number of. That's it. Fine. So create responsible. Task name is create security profile. Sorry. Create security profile. Task name is create security profile. Let's do it. Go to HRMS. Take all the points. Switch to HRMS. The navigation is work structures, organization, description. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking something else. Security and profile. Okay. Security profile. We know very well, right? This navigation in this module. So I'm going with the same. So security profile. The task name is create security profile. Navigation is security profile. So you give whatever the name you want to give. Say I'll give the name as call free. If you want to access by default, because of the default security profile, we have access to 2, right? If you want to have access to only 1, you can create, or if you want to access 2, you can create. Okay. Now anyway, we'll create saying that 2. You think now, simple example take, we have 4 operating units, but we need access to only 2. Take that scenario. Now we don't have many, right? Take in that way. Say call free to OUs access. So I'm writing the name as call free to OUs access. These 2 OUs are under which business group? That we have to select. Yeah. The 2 OUs are under which business group? We have to select. So under this business group, how many OUs you have? All you want to allow all the responsibilities to access, or what is your requirement? Only 2, right? So if you accept view all organizations under this B's, if you have 10, you may given just you are writing the name as 2 OU, but system won't understand. It will allow all. But your requirement is you have to select only 2, right? For that reason, security type you can select to secure organization access. Okay, organization hierarchy or organization list. We will use the organization list. We will list out the organizations. Select it. Security type select as secure organizations by organization. Tell me organization hierarchy or organization list. Do you have organization hierarchy now? No, we are not using that. Is separately we have to define actually. That's not required for finance. Majorly for project accounting area, that is primarily used. So in our case, we are going to list out how many OUs we are going to list out. This option, second option will be using. Select this value. Now what you want to list, what you want to group, the classification is selected as a operating unit. Okay, give the name and select your business group. Select security type as secure organization by organization hierarchy or organization list, and classification. What you are going to group? Operating unit, right? So select classification as operating unit. Then select organization name, nothing but operating unit name. Here say call free Hyderabad operating unit. Operating unit. If I click on LOV, I'll see 2 only. Why? Because I selected BZ here. Under that BZ, whatever you have, you can access to define. That's it. I'll select operating unit. Save it. If you have multiple, this is how you can group how many you require. Clear, right? This is how we create security profile. Okay. Any questions on this, please?
What is meant by include and exclude?
Sorry,
Include and exclude.
where those are not applicable for this. Grayed out, right? We have different classifications, etc. There. Oh, yet nothing. Fine. Then close it. Now what is the next step? Assign security profile to responsibility. We'll assign to payables responsibility to test payables. Okay. Take the same task. Say assign security profile to responsibility. Okay. Assign security profile to responsibility. You have to switch to sysadmin, right? Okay. Navigation is profile system. Which responsibility? Payables. Already that by using which profile option? MO security profile option. Okay. Assign security profile to responsibility using MO security profile option. That also just make a note. Okay. Assign security profile to responsibility using MO security profile option. Assign security profile by using MO security profile option. Okay, fine. So already that profile option we assigned, right? By using that profile option we assign system created security profile, right? System created security profile we assign. Now again you don't need to enter that profile option name here. Already you can go to the existed profile options which are assigned. You can uncheck and go there. Now you can change it. You can override. This is the one, right? You remove this and assign
Call
free to OU's access. That's it. Okay, to OU's access. Fine. Done. Close it. Assign. Now what is the next step? We have to run security list maintenance program. Why we have to run? We'll do that. See, the point is, now I'll go to the payables. For payables responsibility only assign security profile, right? I'll go to the payables. If I try to open invoice workbench, it won't open. See here, it's not functioning. Reason, payables is in the big confusion. It has to access which operating. We assigned the profile option, we didn't update the same. If you run the security list maintenance program, the assignment will get updated, then payable can understand which OU should access and which OU should not access. That is the reason we are going to run Security list maintenance program. That is the reason. Okay, let's go and run it. The security list maintenance program we can run from HRMS only. Because the profile option is related to HRMS. Profile option is HRMS profile option, right? So that is the reason security list maintenance program we have to run from HRMS. So take the task name, run security list maintenance program from HRMS. Run security list maintenance program from HRMS. Okay, run security list maintenance program from HRMS. Switch to HRMS. Go to SRS window. Any program means SRS window only. Okay, go to SRS window. Okay, say okay. Fine. Here you can select the program called as security list maintenance. 1 second, it's not responding. I'll correct again. Second, try to get it from the phone. Okay, security list maintenance program. The program name security list maintenance. Here parameter. These all are the parameters. Here the parameter is you want to run the security list maintenance program for which parameter? Which security? We created our own, right? To select our own from this generate list for. Here we have a parameter called as generate list for. You want to run the security list maintenance program for what? Whatever we created for that, right? So to select whatever we created, you have to select the value as a one named security profile. Means this program we want to run for specific security profile. Select this value so that system will allow us to select whatever we created. Select program as security list maintenance. Then select parameter. Parameter name is generate list for. For this parameter value is one name security profile. Which is that you have to select here. What is the name we given? Call free to OU's access. That's all. Remaining fields you don't need to fill. System will take automatically. That you don't need to take a note also when you are taking the notes. Okay, just two fields. One is generate list for one name security profile. Second one is call free to OU's access. Then say OK and submit. That's all. System will update the assignment whatever we did. Accordingly, it will grant the access to the OUs from one responsibility, that is payables. Okay. So no submit. Just submit. That's all. All the actions you know very well. So submit. Now you can go to payables. You can access. Switch to payables. Invoices. Entry. Invoices. You can access to. If your profile option in your security profile, if you have more than two also, the same you can see. Clear, right? You can see more than. Now, if you have access to more than one operating into, what we have to do is, see here, I'm opening this form, but no operating into is getting defaulted. If you have access to multiple OUs from one responsibility, what you can do is, you can set one OU as a default OU. That means whenever you open the any form where we have OU field, that OU will be get defaulted. If you want to proceed the transaction with the same OU, okay, or else you can override. Select and all, don't say, use the terminology, override. We'll override and will record the transaction accordingly. Okay, done. Now we'll go and set that profile option. Now we have access to two OUs, but our primarily we need access to, most of the time we'll record the transaction for Hyderabad. Say a simple example. So we'll go and set Hyderabad operating should get defaulted wherever you find the OU field in this responsibility. Responsibility, right? Where access is through responsibility. Fine, done. Then go to sysadmin. Profile option means sysadmin, right? Profile, system, select your payables. Don't take this, I'll give the name. This is the name. Take this profile option. MO format, exactly how they written, MO colon space default, but generally we call it as MO default operating profile option. Okay. By using MO default operating profile option, we can set default OU for specific responsibility. That's very important. When that responsibility have access to multiple OUs. That's it. These statements, understandings are very important. Okay, if you have access to multiple OUs from single responsibility, you can set a default operating for that OU by using MO default operating profile option. Okay. Then click on find. Which operating unit you want to default for this responsibility? Which operating unit? All free Hyderabad operating. That's all. Then save it. Now if you go and open the invoice workbench, directly you can see this OU name will be populated in the operating unit field. That's it. Select OU. Okay. Then close it. Now we'll go and test it. Okay. Then just change the responsibility. Go to tables. Invoices. Entry. Invoices. See here. System is defaulting this since we set through profile option for only this responsibility. Okay, if you want to record the transaction, you can record, and otherwise you can proceed. Now, can I record the transaction for Bangalore OU or not?
Yes, we can.
Okay, if you are very sure, tell me how many people says we can create now. Now, as you know all the setups, right? You know all the setups which we did and all. You know all the concept, all the logics we discussed. I don't know how much you are interested to take the same points into your understanding and other points. Okay, now my question is simple. Question is, I am very sure I can record the transaction for Hyderabad operating net, right? Because we did already. Now my question is, can we record the transaction for Bangalore operating net or not? How many yes, how many no? Then for both I need answers for that. Why? How many yes, how many no? Please. Very important. This is very, very important. Otherwise, if you are carry on, other no issues, leave it. Okay. How many people says yes? How many people says no? Please don't be silent. You are not into no or yes. How many people are yes? How many people are no? At least you should have some positive or negative understanding, right?
No.
It's not like mixed and voice. Okay, please. No, how many? May know good reason? Because no, na?
We didn't assign.
Okay, leave it. Who are no? Okay, who are no? Yeah, tell me.
We don't have any supplier for this operating.
We have supplier, right? We created supplier, right?
Site.
Site?
Supplier site.
Site. What about you? How can you say no? I don't agree with you. Why you are saying no? I am not talking about payment. I am talking about invoice. Please. Invoice only. Can I create invoice or not with this operating now as per current setups? Yes or no? These points you should understand. It's very, very important. Yes or no? Invoice only. Can I create invoice now or not? If I start creating, can I create or not? Please, quick answer. What is your answer?
No, sir.
No. Why?
We have to do setups for supply also as well in.
Supplier already you have, right? You have supplier.
But we have to enable in operating unit as well.
Enable operating. What is the meaning of that? I am not
Table
getting.
options.
Table options. Can we record invoice or not?
Yes.
Yes. Next. Can you come and record? Next.
We didn't assign operating.
Didn't assign?
We did not assign.
Where? What?
To supply.
No, please. Can I record invoice? Because you understand all the setups we discuss. If you understand setups, you should be able to answer to this. Can I record the invoice for Bangalore operating or not? No. No. Why? Why?
Because we didn't assign operating.
We didn't? Don't tell me some different ways, different terms and something. Tell me exact point. My question is clear, right? Can we record the invoice for this operating or not? You know what setups. I did in everything in front of you only this setups, right? Now tell me, can I record invoice for this OU or not? No, why? Tell me 2-3 valid reasons. No reasons, then how can your answer is invalid? Next one.
We didn't assign.
No, not you. Just next one.
No, sir.
No, good. Answer is correct then. Tell me why. Otherwise, the answer is wrong. The next one. Yes or no?
No.
No. Why?
We didn't assign supplier site to Bangalore operating.
Supplier side to.
Bangalore operating.
If you say that point, I'll say one thing I assigned. Can I record? Next one. No. Why?
We didn't have supplier.
Huh?
We didn't have a supplier site.
Please here, please let just voice a little bit. Why? Next. Next.
We did not create the supplier site
Uh,
for Bangalore.
Bangalore.
We did not create the supplier side.
Okay, okay, you created then. Can you record? Huh?
No, sir.
Why?
Dimension, having operating now created.
Now only created. Yeah, come on. Yes, we all know that very well. Because of that only I am asking. Now only created. It's not like if you create yesterday, you can create today invoice. It's not like that, right? Because for just now, whatever you created, we cannot create. After 1 hour, we can create. That logic is not there. That is not the point at all. Only the point is which setups are completed. That is the point. Which setups really required. That is the point. Yeah, tell me why. Your question, no, why? Because just now created. That is the reason, or something else. That is very important. What options?
Supplier side, man,
Sorry? Don't say remaining all. No. You?
we didn't give any.
The next one. Next one. Sorry?
We have supplier side.
We have?
Supplier and supplier side.
If you have supplier and supplier site.
We did assign after taking.
You can create after assigning. Your answer? Because these points are very important. Simple. Yeah, as you said, many people said the same point. So because everything is ready, again you know to assign, you are acting from responsibility only. Again you know to assign any profile options to that. You can create. You don't find supplier, see here. You don't find any supplier. The reason is no supplier site is assigned to this operating. Okay, you assigned. Can you create invoice? Yes? Yes or no? You have to open the periods also, right? If you have a new OU, you have to open the periods. So if you open the period, then you can create. Rest of things, nothing. See here. If I assign that, you can do that. When you are making the payment, only the concern is, as you said, the point he raised. That is the bank account what we have, that we have to assign to this OU. Organization access when you are creating bank account there. The bank account should get assigned to this OU. Then you can create invoice and you can process the payments. Just if you create OU, it won't be ready. Everything won't be ready. And again, if you are going to record, if you want to use the distribution set for this invoice, distribution set need to be created separately. That's a OU specific. In this case, we can enter only manual. Otherwise, you can create a separate distribution set for your operating net, and then you can do that. Okay. These points are very, very important. Okay. That's what. See, few people are able to catch, few people are not at all. They are not answering anything. At least no or nothing. So see, it's very important how you are responding. That's very important. Done. So we tested security profile, right? We tested security profile. Now we'll test global security profile. We'll go and test. Simple, same process. Same process. Let's go and do it without taking much time. Okay. The same process. Here instead of saying security profile, I'll say create global security. Rest of settings remain same. So create global security profile. Then we have to assign that global security profile to responsibility. Then run security list maintenance only. There is no separate program for global security profile. Security profile, global security profile program is same. Then we'll go and verify. We'll test it and we can see. Clear, right? So create global security profile. This also we can create from HRMS. Just switch to HRMS. So take the navigation, security, global profile. Please take all the points. Task name is create global security profile. Create global security profile. Create global security profile. Okay, create global security profile. So fine, give the name. Global profile or global security profile, anything you can write. Select security type as same like secure organizations by organization hierarchy or list. Are you finding some difference when you compare with security profile definition? That's very important. You should understand that. There we are selecting BG so that under that BG, what are the OUs we have, you can select. But here you are not selecting any BG because it's not specific to BG. So that system will allow you to select any BU related, BG related operating units. That's all. That is the point. Okay. Give the name and select security profile as secure organizations by organization hierarchy or list. Now you can list out, you want to access, you need access to how many OUs. Classification is operating unit. See here, if you click on this LOV of organizations, you can see all these, all are the operating units which you have in our system. Anything you can select. All are the BU names. Sorry, operating unit OU names. You can list out how many you want. That's all. Okay, don't take the names and all what I taken. Just it's all about how to select. You have to understand. Then save. What the next step?
Assign.
Assign.
Global security profile.
Assign global security profile to responsibility using MO global. Same MO security profile option. That's how we have to say. Sorry.
Not specific to country.
No. So you have business in 100 countries. Okay, you are taking care of global operations. You are global head. So what you have to do? You need access to everything, right? In that case, we can use it. Profile system. Find your responsibility. Change it. Okay. All free. Go global profile. Next, we have to submit the program, right? Security list maintenance program. Okay. So we assign global security profile to responsibility by using MO security profile option. Just go and submit security list maintenance program from HRMS. Let's go to SRS window, right? You know the navigation, right? Already you know, so that's the reason I'm just going on that. View, request. So you can't find and you can do from there, or else directly you can click on submit a new request. Say okay, we're going to submit only one request. So same program, security list maintenance. Okay, security list maintenance program. Okay, generate list for. See here now. Do you find here LOV? Just in that, just go on the scroll little right and click on this. It will open the list. Here we have a all. Do you find something which is related to global security profile? One named global security profile.
All global.
You don't have any one named global security profile. You have one named security profile. Okay, now we don't have something like one named global security to select specific. Now only the option is you have to select that all only. Because we cannot run it for specific global security profile. It has to be submitted for all. It will compile, it will verify all. Select parameter as a parameter value as a all security profile. Generate list for we call as parameter. Here see the title. They all are parameters. This is a parameter value we call. Even profile option case also. Profile option name, what we select for profile option value. Just use this terminology. Okay, generate list for. So I will say okay and say submit. Click on no.
Current people only.
Sorry?
What is the current people and the staff?
Sorry?
Their current people is parameter.
See, the others are not required for us at all. What?
Current people only.
Current, where is current?
Process.
This is a static users.
And
Above one.
Current people only process.
Current people, what we have values. This is, see, basically this is HRMS related. But for our functionality, we are using it. Current people only, terminated people only. This is, that's what I said, HRMS related. Employees will have active employees. Current people means active employees. Okay, this function can be used in the different other cases also, HR related. That's the reason they given those values. No need to worry about those options. So which is relevant to us, let's proceed on that. Okay. Just say okay and submit. Already I think we submitted. No issues. Take some time because it has to verify all the security profiles, global security profiles. See, we use the security profile and all to access OUs. SCM people will use the same to access multiple inventories. HRMS people use to access multiple HR organizations. Okay, depending on the business area, like application area, will be using the respective. Okay, then now we can go and test it. Just do payables, invoices entry, invoices. We set this Hyderabad operating default as well as the same we have within the current global security profile. You set to default. If you don't have there, it won't get defaulted. We know that. So what we can default, which is for which you operating we have access, only that OU only we can set default. Click on LOV. Now we can record the transaction for any one of these OU, but you have to make sure that supplier sites and everything is already assigned. But this OU already supplier sites are assigned, you can record the invoices. These many supplier sites for these many suppliers sites are already assigned. But within that, I think periods are not open. So this is a predefined and all. See the message. The date you entered is not in open account period. You cannot proceed. Okay, this is all about MOAC. Okay, so that's all about MOAC. The next concept, third party. Okay, so where we have that? Where we listed those concepts? Yeah. So we completed this. Next concept is third party payments. I think almost we reached 12 o'clock. Okay, that's a 5-10 minutes not enough for this. Okay, we'll see in the tomorrow session. Okay, we'll see in the tomorrow session. And that's all.